Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play IL-2 Sturmovik. How the hell am I not dead yet edition. This time we are going to protect a slightly different airfield near Maidstone, RAF Detling, I think that says. The font's really bloody small. We're going to RAF Detling, basically. Yeah, we're going to be sort of between there and East Church, really. Sort of hovering around this sort of area here. I believe East Church, on account of it being white and black on the diagram instead of, black, it means that it's a bomber base as well as a fighter base. I believe that... Oh, it says up here, doesn't it? Look. Landing ground, few or no facilities suitable for fighters. Oh, okay. So East Church is just a landing ground. Airfield with runways or full facilities. Landing ground suitable for medium bombers. Airfield suitable for medium bombers. Landing ground suitable for heavy bombers. Airfield suitable for heavy bombers. Okay. Well, anyway. There's one mystery solved. Yep, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. Let's see. Aircraft customization. Weapon convergence distance is now 140 meters, which should equate to somewhere in the region of 150 to 60 yards. We'll see how we get on, honestly. I can't seem to hit anything unless I'm right up close to it anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with this. Jump on that runway and get going. We are the lead plane, again. Flying Officer Dave has been given command of the whole operation, although Wing Commander Bloom is going to be overseeing it as part of his little sort of attachment to our flight. His element of the formation. But yeah, we're in overall command, I think, which is pretty cool. If the game loads sometime today, that would be terrifically nice. Please, game. Thank you. Alright, center the track IR. Okay. Get the engine started. Not in too much of a rush, considering we're at the front of the formation, so it's not like anyone's going to take off without us. So yeah, I've also mapped a button on my joystick to the gun sight view position, because that actually does help quite a bit with deflection shooting, I found. I didn't have that previously configured. I just lean right forward like this, but this is actually kind of awkward, so I'm just doing that instead. It also helps with looking behind us as well. As you can see, it gives us actually a bit more, a sort of bit better view, especially if I go into zoomed out like that, of behind us. The angles change a bit, as you can see. I can see the plane there, and now I can't, but on the whole, a little bit better rear visibility when I'm actually zoomed out all the way over here, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, who have we got with us then? We've got our Spitties. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 and 6. As well as ZPR. It's this bunch again, okay. 3. How many of them? Bloody hell, there's a lot of planes here today. Let me just turn off the head tracking so I can count this properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 planes from whichever squadron ZP is, as well as 6 from number 1 squadron, which is us. So 12 planes in all. Probably means there's going to be a lot of bloody enemy aircraft about if that's what they've chosen to send up against them. Oh boy. Well, time to get going. Steady, a little bit to the left, to the right, and any moment we should be up and away. There we go. Avoid the crazy sprite trees of doom. Gear up. I'm going to start my bank left so that the others can catch up. Now, while I'm doing this, I've been thinking about the last couple of missions, and I've decided that we need a kind of change in tactics here. We need to change our approach really to the whole thing. I'm going to throttle down a little bit, let these guys catch up. We need a change in tactics. The primary target really should be the enemy bombers above everything else. Because ultimately, well, that's the whole point of us going up there, to try and stop them from bombing our shit, essentially. Little Spitfires. That's the whole point in us being up there, after all. So, and even when last time we had Hurricanes along, which historically, their job was to attack the bombers while the Spitfires engage the fighters, generally speaking, it seems to be the case that, you know, the AI will just immediately dive in and have a go at the enemy fighters, which means that there's no one really focusing on the bombers unless the bombers are just completely unescorted, which, let's face it, never happens. So what I think we need to do, and I was looking particularly at the last mission where we jumped on a bunch of enemy bombers, we damaged quite a few of them, and then we basically got stuck into a fight with a bunch of Messerschmitts while on low ammo already from dealing with the bombers. And what we really should have done was bugger off and leave as soon as we dealt with those bombers. You know, we had our fun, we should have just left, disengaged, and, you know, that was it, because that's ultimately would have saved more lives, I think, than if we'd just straight up engaged and ended up over our own airfield with, you know, no ammunition, which was kind of crazy. So that's kind of my plan at the minute. Now, as for intercepting the bombers, we do have a problem in that our guns are really weedy and not really up to the job of dealing with bombers. However, what we can do, and this was actually a priority for fighter pilots in real life who are intercepting bombers, is what we need to do is we actually don't need to destroy the bombers per se, but we need to actually force them to drop their bombs early. If you send enough rounds, you know, into an enemy bomber, the crew will panic and they will drop their bombs early and turn around for home. And basically that's what we need to do. We need to scare the lot of them into dropping their bombs early so that the ground targets aren't destroyed. So that is going to be my little formation's priority. I imagine Winko, What's-His-Face, and the supporting ZP guys are going to probably dive after the enemy fighters, because that's what the AI generally tends to do. Our job, I have decided, is going to be to go after those bombers, knock many of them out as we can, you know, at least just damage them if nothing else. And yeah, just force them to drop their bombs early, and then once we've, you know, spent most of our ammunition, we will leave at the earliest opportunity so that we can land at our own bloody airfield in peace. I will tell the formation to disengage and we will go. So, because ultimately we don't really need to stick around playing around with fighters. In these situations in real life, I mean, I've been reading a book recently called Malta Spitfire, which was written by, it's a collection of sort of notes and memoirs written by Canadian fighter pilot George Burling during the Battle of Malta, and they had a very similar situation there. They were outnumbered, having to deal with enemy bomber formations, and what they would always do is completely ignore the fighter escort and immediately just jump on the bombers as first thing they could, and then deal with the fighters if they were able to afterwards. And so I've kind of decided that's what's going to be our thing. We're going to get up to a nice high altitude so we're above all the enemies, then we're going to dive on the bombers, wreck their day, and we're going to leave. That's the plan. We'll see what actually happens, though. In the meantime, I am going to zoom in my map first, and I will see you guys basically when we're up at high altitude and ready to kick some ass, I suppose. So, ta-da for now. Alright, we just had the call out, fighters 8 o'clock low. So, yeah, it seems those are the fighters there. Red flight, cover me. Screw it, red flight, tactical, rejoin. Now, hopefully they're going to be some bombers, and it's not just going to be completely fighters and nothing else, but we'll see. Do we have even our wingman with us? God, I think... No, yeah, he's there at least. What have we got? Yep, we have bombers, right. Red flight, attack bombers. Wingman, cover me. Here we go, chaps. Oh boy. Okay, those bombers are fighters. They look like they might be fighters, which is not good. Oh, Christ. Oh no, this could be bombers, actually. It's difficult to tell. They're flying a bit far apart for bombers. The single-seaters, it could be Stukas actually, come to think of it. Well, if they're Stukas, we should probably get to work. Yeah, it definitely looks like Stukas to me. Okay. Alright, here we go. I'm probably going to mess this up completely, but here. Alright, we got some hits. Not going to mess around, just going to go straight up. Don't want to get myself into a situation with his tail gunner, that's all. Well, if anything, he's probably dropped his bombs as leaving. Oh, we've got a nice big formation of bombers here and loads of red planes around it. That's what I like to see. Alright, well, let's head this way. Let's ignore the bloody Stuka for now. Deal with this lot. Yeah, these look like they might be twin-engined jobbies. Alright, let's see. Doesn't look like there's anyone on R6, which is good news. I want to try and get above these guys, so I can pick up a bit of speed when we go in for our attack run. Because these guys are much worse than Stukas when it comes to rear gunners. White flight, attack. No, not fighters, bombers. Well, it looks like they're headed back towards the sea, which means they probably got their bombs off, but never mind. Let's just wreck their days anyway. Right, got one of his engines. Right, those three look like they've been damaged now. Yeah, they have. So let's focus on the ones that are still intact. Well, this is a bit risky. I don't think I'm going fast enough here. There we go. Put 2 engines smoking. Nice. Keep an eye out for those fighters. You know what, Fraser? Go ahead and attack bombers. Knock yourself out. Now I'm hoping basically the ones we've hit in the engines won't make it back. I'd be surprised if they did. But you never know, I suppose. Damage models and things. A bit finicky at times. Right, pull off, don't stay on him for long. Ah! No serious damage, never mind. See tracers. I don't think there's anyone behind. I think it's just coming from the bomber's gunners, right? Let's give it another go. One engine smoking, fair enough. He can definitely get back with only one engine, but never mind, it's the start. I'm trying to play pretty cautiously, as you may have noticed, compared to the last couple of missions, because for once I'd like to actually make it back to the airfield in one piece. Oh no, I do want that open, to engage the boost a little bit here. Yeah, see, look, those guys that have been damaged, they're dropping out of formation. They're going low, and they're probably going to crash eventually. So, these guys are really far away from the channel at the minute. So, I don't rate their chances of making it back to France very high, frankly. Anything? Damn, no. I believe, although it might not be on these particular models of bombers, but I think one of the two engines on German bombers actually controls the hydraulics, including stuff like the landing gear. So if you can knock out that engine, they will usually crash on landing. I just don't know which engine it is, I'm afraid. Well, I sort of do. It's apparently the starboard engine, but I don't know which engine is the starboard engine, I'm afraid. There we go, we've got one engine. And it looks like I'm out of ammo, yep. Alright then, fair enough. I don't know if the others have got any ammo left. They probably... It doesn't look like Fraser has, he's just sort of flying around. Hey, there we go. Shared kill, but I'm not going to complain. Now, what are that lot down there? I hope that's the returning Stukas and not a bunch of fighters. You know what, I think I'm going to call it a day. Yeah, those look like Stukas are all fighting formation. I'd like to have got some of them, but never mind. White flight. Tactical. Rejoin. That's just... yeah, red flight as well, actually. Looks like the wing commander got a kill because he's yellow leader. Alright, let's go home. I'm going to cut throttle a bit. And the prop pitch, and we'll just cruise back home to Biggin Hill. Job well done, everyone. Once we get back there, in fact, I'm probably going to skip to the low. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm trailing smoke. Wonderful. Right, well, I definitely want to get back then in that case. Probably shouldn't have stuck around. Didn't notice that before. But yeah, no, I'm probably going to skip ahead to when we get back. But once we do get back, and hopefully I do land, I will actually skip ahead with the, you know, time compression, and we'll see if any of those guys crashed on their way back. It'd be nice to have more than one shared kill, but I'm still not going to complain. It's more than I was expecting. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting any kills on this mission, and just for it to be sort of a bunch of damaged and no confirmed kills. But hey, anyway, be back when we make it to Biggin Hill, if we make it to Biggin Hill, that is. Hopefully we will. If not, I'll probably just pop down at one of the other airfields along the way. Alright, we've just about made it back to Biggin Hill, and look at that, we've got 2 Spitfires in tow, possibly more. Yep, 3 Spitfires in tow behind us. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, I am prepared to call a successful mission, one way or the other, because look at that, normally we all get shot down, and yet here we all are. Admittedly, it's far less glamorous going after the bombers than just diving into a dogfight with the fighters, but that's kind of... both historically and in terms of the dynamic campaign, which we will fail if we suck too much, by the way, because hence the dynamic part. I'm going to call this definitely a decent win. Well, of course, we'll see the full casualties afterwards, and I imagine all the ZP Spitfires probably got shot down. Well, to be honest, I don't know where Wing Commander Bloom and his wingman are either. I heard Yellow 2 getting into some sort of scrap earlier, but I guess we'll see once we land and everything. So, everybody, squadron, navigation, return to base. Yes, we are. Right, okay. probably want to land on... I don't know which of these runways is longer, to be honest, but... Alright, well, yellow section's still alive, because they responded to my radio message. We probably want this one. This runway closest to us here. But I'm not really entirely certain. I can't quite tell. I think the one we took off from is the one over there. So I don't know. I think we'll try that one instead. Engine's still going, actually. I'm not overheating or anything, so I don't know what the smoke is coming from. But it looks like it might be radiator damage, but we've so far managed to keep our engine cool enough for it not to matter, apparently. Whatever it is, it's not very serious, I think. So anyway, okay, now I get to demonstrate an actual proper landing in the Spitfire, which I've been doing wrong in all the previous episodes. Well, definitely, because I've been crash landing, but I mean in the episodes I did manage to land in, I was doing it wrong in those as well. There's a very specific way to land the Spitfire, which is what the real pilots did, and I'm going to attempt to demonstrate it here. I know it works in Cliffs of Dover, but I haven't tried it in this before, so we'll see. But you know, we'll give it a go. So we need to get pretty slow. We can get the gear down. We can get the flaps in the landing position. It's going to be difficult because the runway's so blurry and weird because of the texture issues. But hey. Right, and then we raised the flaps at the last second, and that was a terrible landing, but never mind. At least we're down the ground. The idea is, and hopefully I'll get a bit more practice at it because we'll be surviving more missions. The basic idea is you come in very slow to the runway, and then at the last second you actually retract the flaps and your aircraft just sort of plops down onto the runway for a 3-point landing with all 3 wheels touching down at the same time. So... However, that didn't quite happen this time. It sort of... I think it was a 3-point landing to begin with, but then we bounced and... oh dear. But never mind. Let's just see if we can taxi off over here and get out of the runway. And we'll let this lot come in to land, I guess. In the meantime, I will skip ahead with the time compression and see if we got any belated kills. There we go, perfect. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Right, this is our lot. Yeah, as you can see, the landing spam is going to start on the radio now, but at least they're alive to give landing spam, eh? So this is... This looks like it might be the wing commander, actually. With a 110. Is that a BF-110? Yeah, it is. Dude, you can get this guy, unless he's out of ammo, in which case he obviously can't, but... You have no excuse to be shot down by a BF-110. Oh dear. Just brake turn, you fool. It's a bloody BF-110. You should be able to shoot this guy down in your sleep. Let's speed it up and see what happens. Oh look, he's being shot down. How inevitable. He's got a wingman, but his wingman was apparently asleep. Hopefully he bailed out. Oh, looks like the ZP fellas aren't all dead, which is nice. There's us, smoking away. I don't know where the other fellow was. Right, there's 1 o'clock. Oh god, the 110's come here to raid the airfield, it looks like. Can I just tell them to red flight attack fighters? So they might be ignoring me. Enemy aircraft destroyed. Okay, we got one. One of them must have crashed. Someone did ask me in the comments actually if I could view the enemy aircraft actually once we've landed and stuff like that. And the answer is actually no, because the difficulty settings won't let me. But yeah, and otherwise, if I'd set it up so I could have done, we could do that, and it's a bit of a shame I didn't. I just really didn't think of it at the time, so I left it as the default, which doesn't let you do it. So, well, it looks like the 110's buggered off. So, red flight, turn to base. You know what? I think they might be getting denied landing permission because I'm too close to the runway. I've just realised. Anyway, you know what? I'll be back, guys, when I've got the mission results screen up. Alright, mission's over. There wasn't anything else that happened. It was just, we got that one confirmed kill and one shared kill. I'm not sure who it was shared with, but hey. So the enemy consisted of... Wow, no wonder we had such an easy time. The enemy was 10 HE-111s and escorted by BF-110s with some Stukas. There were no 109s on that mission. Yeah, no wonder we had such an easy bloody time, Christ. I was patting myself on the back, and it's just down to the fact that there were no proper fighters guarding the enemy planes. Never mind. Let's see. There's a lot more blue crash down here, I have to admit, compared to red, looks like. Well, I don't know, it's probably roughly even, isn't it? Let's see, we lost Flight Sergeant Hardy, but he bailed out, so that's okay. Winter Commander Bloom was shot down, we saw that, but he bailed out, so he's okay. One of the Spitfire ones from the other squadron was shot down, as was another one, but one of the BF-110s was shot down by them. HE-111 was shared between me and the Wing Commander. Okay, fair enough. He crashed near Eastchurch. This one, 110, was shot down by Wing Commander Bloom, so he's not completely incompetent then. Okay. HE-111 was shared by Bloom and Pilot Officer Graves. This one was shot down by Flight Sergeant Highwell. Good for him. 110 shot down at 110. I think they must have collided in midair or something. That's probably what happened there. And this BF-110 crashed over the channel, and this one crashed when he was presumably coming into land, so that's pretty awesome. Don't know how we got that one confirmed, but anyway. Yep. Okay, so there we go. That was 1.5 kills. Not bad. Nice. Which means we've got 10 confirmed kills for a whole career now, which is pretty damn sweet, frankly. So that was not a bad mission. That was pretty good, actually, for a change. I feel pretty pleased about that, but we'll see what happens next time. Where we will be... Oh, dear mother of God, we're going to Ramsgate again. Oh, oh dear. Oh, dear me. Let's see. Well, no announcements. We didn't get promoted or anything like that, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Let's have a look at the roster. Let's see. Kills 10. Nice. It's 10.5 really, but hey. Can you see that in the squadron documents, maybe? Plane shot down. Never mind. What have we killed then so far? A 109E, 2 Stukas, a Heinkel, 2 more 109Es, 2 BF-110s, another 109E, and an HE-111. It's not bad, really, if I don't say so myself. Haven't exactly been poaching bomber kills the whole career, then. Far from it, in fact. We've been going for the difficult stuff, it seems. But hey, not bad. Not bad at all. So, let's see. Yep, looks like we're going back to... So we're going back to Ramsgate. Protect an airfield that's been bombed before. The runway surface is easy to repair, but we can't afford to have any more aircraft destroyed on the ground. Patrol the most likely approach path for the bombers, and get at least some of them before they get through. Flying Officer Dave will lead the second flight. Okay, so... yeah, looks like Bloom's leading the entire formation. He's got red section, we've got yellow section. That's fine by me. Again, I'm probably going to let these guys deal with the fighters. We'll go after the bombers, provided we... And whichever AI support we have, if we have any, we'll probably deal with the fighters too. By deal with the fighters, I kind of really mean get shot down by them, but hey. Okay, Flight Officer Graves will lead the second element. Yep. pilot officer, rather. And Flying Officer Fraser is the tail end Charlie. Oh, poor Fraser. What has he done to deserve that, eh? He's got 3 kills. He's not doing too bad. He's 3rd in the squadron behind Bloom and me. Not bad at all. Alright then, well folks, I guess I'll catch you next time when we're going to be going to dreaded Ramsgate again. And we'll see what awaits us there this time.